Hi, everybody. Welcome to InfoComm 2024. Today on Face-to-Face AV, I have the pleasure of inviting David Stevens, Director of Sales for Niveo. How are you, David?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having us.
All right. So please, David, tell us about Niveo. What is the type of products your company is doing, and give us the rundown of this.
Our company's about 15 years old. We make solutions for the AV market, and what we're going to be talking about today are our switches for the SDVoE solution set.
All right. So an Ethernet switch can be standard, can be more custom. Tell me about your specific Ethernet switch.
All right. In our case, our model that we started off in initial manufacturing with is a 24-port model with PoE Plus in it. So we were the first to build that in, and we were the first to put your API into the switch. So for a customer who wants to really have a quick, easy solution on doing an install and likes working a command line, it's right there in the box, ready to go.
That's interesting. So for the audience, what Stevens is talking about is the fact that you can have the API part of the SDVoE control server run directly inside the switch. Is that right?
Absolutely.
All right. So
one login to do switch configuration and the API. Absolutely.
Wow. So that's cool. That simplifies the SDVoE installation where you previously would need an external NUC PC or any piece of logic to run an SDVoE network.
Absolutely. And the switches are built to last 20 plus years. So that's one headache you don't have to have, is worrying about a small appliance that's built for that type of life cycle.
Okay. It's interesting. So can we say that the switch is more expensive because of this added functionality?
It's not more expensive. It's truly enterprise grade. And that's the difference between a business grade, quasi business enterprise, and an enterprise itself.
So you enable basically enterprise grade switches with this functionality for free.
Yes, absolutely.
Amazing. Amazing. What else can we learn at this booth at InfoComm with the part of the SDVoE booth?
So as much as the switch is super important, and it is to maintain the fabric of the network, and that's its job there, what's more important is customer service. And so that's really our message. We actually pay our engineers to help troubleshoot a client's fabric, not just to configure the switch. So that way, a client working with us can do a pre-install at their office. We'll remote in with them, give them a second set of eyes, and look through the entire fabric. So we can see if something's acting up on an endpoint and then help them work to figure that out. So that's a really important thing around customer service. That's why we send our switches out and have the members, as far as manufacturing members, test our switches. That way we're looking for, is there any nuance that we need to be aware of, so that we can support them as well as our own switch with our client doing a pre-install test sequence.
That's big. In that space, Pro AV installation can be complex. The move of AV over IP is not since 20 years ago. Not all the people are trained on it. The fact that Niveo can be there and can assist their customer and do remote sessions with them and provide the right support on all that level, to me, is really big.
Yeah, and that's really why we wanted to join SDVoE in the first place as a member, was that was working so successfully for us, and we saw a need to just move into the stronger technology for the video distribution into that. So it was a natural fit for us to grow up from our 1 gig solutions into the 10 gig switches for us.
That's a perfect move you've done. I'm glad you did. All right.
And just to add one more thing for the members and new people to SDVoE, we're going to be running a promotion here that you can pick up at the show, or you can reach out to me afterwards, and it'll be 40% off the switch for about the next month.
All right. Sounds very interesting. All right. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Have a good show.
Thanks for having us. Everybody have a great InfoComm.